Good morning. It's Thursday, and we are not really going to have a long lesson because y'all did so fabulous. I'm so happy, so proud. I just was going to put these answers up. I went ahead and worked it out for you. The only one that you may need to look at is number 5. The reason that number 5 is a little weird is because we haven't done one where the angle was up here. Almost every single problem, like 99% of the time, the angle is gonna be down here in this location, as you see everything else is. But this problem, the angle is at the top because it says, if the pole is 17 yards tall and the angle between the wire and the pole, so that's the only place it could be. Wire is going to be the slanted part, pole is going to be the vertical part, and so that angle is up at the top. That's really one of the very few instances where you're going to see an angle up there. Most of the time I'm going to give you the angle of depression or elevation, which is down at the bottom. Okay? But also make sure you're rounding and using the correct units. So when you're finding an angle, it needs to have degrees, like this one. Okay? Right there. And also here. And then for the other problems, we need to be rounding to 2 places, which is the hundredths. And then you need to have the units, which would be feet on this problem and yards on that problem. Okay, so those are just a couple of things for me to point out. Today you're going to do 5 more. I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, excuse me. But I did want to point out that number 7 has a little bit of a challenge to it. I was going to work it, but I want to see if you guys can do it. The reason that it has a little bit of a challenge is because no one has asked or said anything, which, I appreciate. That means you're just trusting that we're doing it correctly, which we are. But no one has said anything about the fact that these triangles are like on the ground. Okay, so like when we say an angle of elevation, let's see, like this one right here. That one's not the best one. Let's go back to one of these. Yeah, none of those are really the best examples. But like if you yourself are standing and you're looking up, let's just make an example. Okay, your line of sight is actually right here, right? So the right triangle isn't going to start on the ground. It's going to start like that. So we'd have to take into the consideration the person's height. Now, we aren't really taking it that far, that literally, but in number 7 you are. Okay, so I just wanted to point out that number 7 has a little bit of a trick to it. So see if you can figure out how that might go. And then all of the rest of them should be pretty easy. Make sure not easy, but like what we've been doing. See if you can decide, is it an angle that you're looking for or a side? And then the only other thing is on number 9, it says 12.5 feet and 17.5 feet. I would just put that in decimal form. So like 12.5, that'd be easier. And 17.5. Okay? So do your best, fill out the form when you're done, and I'll give you feedback. And remember, if you're submitting the way I did it yesterday, and I was going to try to do it from here on out, is if you hit submit, I'll actually be able to give you feedback. Like a couple people did it, and I just put like 4 out of 4, meaning you got all 4 questions out of the 4 questions correct. So you can know if you got them right or not. But some of you are seeing that you got them right just because I post the answers. No big deal. I can still see if you've done it. So good luck with these. And I posted them yesterday, so you should have the PDF file already. Have a great day.